Hi guys, happy Friday. Say hi to Lola. Hi Lola. We made it. We made it to Friday. You made it through the abs challenge. Are you stopping? Do you feel amazing? So do I. Okay, and I'm not stopping. My girl Kim is amazing, guys. I mean, if anyone's gonna motivate you to take care of you and get to your goals, it's gonna be her. I can't say enough great stuff. So this video, the purpose is to answer some questions, some kind of beyond the starter kit things. So I have a couple different things I'm going to go over really quickly with you guys. Thank you for watching these videos. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making them. Really, I have. Out of my comfort zone, but I love talking about oils so much. Okay, so let's start by saying kind of why I got into this. Why are people, I mean, you see it everywhere. People are trying to make chemical-free products. You're seeing them all over the shelves. Some are very expensive. People are caring about what they put into their body, and I love it. I care so much, and I want to know how to do it and afford to do it, because for some reason, less chemicals equals more money, which doesn't make sense in my mind, but it does. Some of these products are really expensive and hard to keep up with. So some interesting stuff. There's a lot of information about chemicals in general, but something I came by in a book, and this is the Game Plan book. This is made by a fellow oiler who I haven't met yet. Her name's Sarah, and she's amazing. This book is amazing. Someone sent it to me, and we did a little group with it, but she says in this book, and there's a ton of different research on this that I've researched, but this really grabbed me, and I've shared this before. The average person applies 300 chemicals to their body every single day. Okay, scary. 80 of those chemicals are before breakfast. Most of our chemicals come from soap, makeup, shampoo, hair care, even just changing out your laundry detergent. It cycles through the air, people. That Tide is getting into the air and getting on our bodies and getting into our little skin. It diffuses through the skin. So you don't want those chemicals on there. And it's overwhelming. It really is. I still have chemicals in my home that I'm changing out. No one has a chemical-free home because you own stuff. But I can control the little things, and it makes me feel good every time I change out a product. So what I did when I first started was I promised myself I would change one thing every week, or at least every 2 weeks. I would find a product that I knew was gunk and change it out with a Young Living product, or a DIY or something like that. So I challenge you to do that. That's how I got started, and that's how it was less overwhelming. It was doable that way. Okay, so that's very interesting, isn't it? Why should we buy Young Living? Why are they the best company for oils, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, because you're seeing it everywhere. I know you are. There's a reason. Okay, so when you go to other companies, cheaper companies, usually that's why people are going to other companies, is to save a buck. Be careful. Research. So when you see an oil that says, I am 100% pure, therapeutic grade, I mentioned this in one of my other videos, to label an essential oils bottle that, all you need, all the FDA in California requires to put that on the label is 5% oil. That's it. The rest is additives, fillers, most likely alcohol. So that's kind of disturbing, because you're getting away from you're trying to get away from the chemicals, but you're just getting this fragrance that has added, it's basically floral water. That's what it is. It's not grade A. So there's different grades of oils, A, B, C, D. So as you can tell, down the grades, they get synthetic. They get additives to them. Why do they do that? Because it's cheaper. They can sell the bottle for a couple bucks. You don't want those oils. They're only to distill. They say don't use internally, and even some of them cause some reactions, or can cause, and I actually have had a reaction to an oil that I bought long time ago on my skin. I was trying to treat nausea. I put it on my skin and I got a rash. And it wasn't to the oil, the whole 5% that was probably in there. It was to whatever the additives were. So definitely do not consume those products. I wouldn't put them on my babies. I would not do it. So just be safe. Young Living is grade A therapeutic oil made from organically grown plants and distilled at low temperatures. That's what makes it grade A. These people are amazing. Go to the website, read it. They are no joke. They spend so much time to make their oils completely pure. Sometimes I'll get so mad because my RC was out of stock for a little itty bitty while. I mean, I think it was like a couple months, maybe not even that much. And I was so angry, but they do it for a reason. They will not touch a crop unless it is perfect. They will not distill something unless the temperature is right. They're even way more meticulous than I am saying. So it's called Seed to Seal. That's what they've guaranteed. And there's, I think I linked a video earlier on, but I can do it again if you want. Look into it. They distill the oils the best in the world. They do. If you look into it, you will see. There's another brand, right? doTERRA. I've personally not used that brand, so I cannot say anything about it. I do have some friends that use doTERRA. I will say I'd rather you use that than anything else, I guess. Except for Young Living. I will say I've turned some of my friends to Young Living. Yay! What I have seen and heard and is that Young Living has more blends, they have more oils, they have more farms, they own all their farms. They're just the purity of the company is what I fell in love with. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I also have heard and seen when people change over from that brand that Young Living's products work better. They just seem to work better. So I think that's how the product is distilled. I think that's the testimony to that. Okay, so let's move on to some of our pregnancy mamas and nursing and baby questions. Is it safe? So use common sense. Okay, I use this throughout my pregnancy, and I have several moms, hundreds, thousands of people in the world. They turn to this throughout when they're pregnant. They turn to this for their infants, their toddlers, their children, for elderly people, for everything. They turn to this product. I will say, use common sense. I just took a pregnancy, nursing, and babies class yesterday from Melanie, and it was packed full of amazing information. Research. Go do your research, okay? Some good, and then look at the research. Read the whole thing, okay? I love to research, but you have to read the whole thing. Some of the things or places I like to research is like a Google Scholar or a PubMed. So be careful when you're reading some of this information that's on anywhere, and it's just from kind of a fellow person with no research background. So really look at what you're seeing. A lot of things when people will say, "Oh, I'm pregnant, I had a reaction to this," or "this, it does this to fetuses," or "it does this and this and that." There's not a ton of negative research out there from oils, but there are some, and I will say, look at the oil. Is it a grade A oil? Not always. They're not talking about Young Living when they're doing these research things. So that's a big one. Oils, I don't know how I would have gotten through my pregnancy without them, so I really encourage you to do your research and use. So this is what I did. I distilled a lot. I did not ingest any oils. I did ingest Nixa Red. I got introduced to Nixa Red when I was pregnant, and that's there are some oils in there and a pack punch of a bunch of different things. Apparently, I like saying the word pack punch. Anyways, so that helped me a lot. It helped with nausea. It helped with low blood sugar because you're snacking all the time. It helped with a lot of different things. So I did not ingest actually as many oils as I do now, though, while I was pregnant, just to be safe, and I felt good doing that. So some of the oils, you can find lists. Go out and get your lists. One of the big ones is like a clary sage, juniper, wintergreen. Some of those are on that. I will just say, you can stay away from these. Just go ahead and do it if it makes you feel better during pregnancy or nursing. The reasoning behind every one of them is different. Okay, they're powerful. It's a pure medication. They're very, very powerful things. So dilute like crazy. I did. I will say I was liberal with my oils. I used a lot of them. I did my research and I used a lot of them. So dilute, diffuse, and maybe just don't ingest. Okay. I will tell you that's probably all you need to know. And you'll be safe and you'll be fine. If you want to do more research, do it. Okay, for children, it's the same thing. My little guy doesn't ingest much. I think I have put a couple drops into his bottle of certain things like Digest or lemon. And I said a couple drops. I think I'd done like 1 in 8 ounces or something like that. He's 1. I haven't done that before he turned 1, just to be safe. It really is what you're comfortable with. What are you comfortable with? Do your research. I can't say that enough. So one of the things I did, I used the other spectrum of this. I used a lot, okay? I used, for my skin, for my belly, I found a really great blend of Gentle Baby, which is not in the starter kit, so you gotta sign up and go get yours. All over my belly, to decrease any, stretch marks or anything like that. I used it on my legs, on my chest. I mixed it with lavender and frankincense and stuff like that. I think I still have some, and I use it just kind of as a lotion, and I put it on my belly. Don't be afraid. Just be knowledgeable, okay? Be smart. Let me look there's a couple can really help. Okay, when Parker came out, I anointed him with frankincense. Actually, I think I anointed him with, I made my own blend. Frankincense is in it, but I made my blend of like the 11 oils in the Bible or something like that. That was such a special time, guys. He was just born. He was just on me. We had just gotten back to the room. And, anointing him and praying over him, that's amazing. And it was a special time. So I used that. I did diffuse in my room. I had just started using oils, so I was really going off of what a friend was telling me to use, an amazing friend that introduced me to all this and pretty much gifted me a lot of this stuff. I diffused, I think Valor in the room. And Valor is an amazing oil. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't have any right now, and it's out of stock, and I'm kicking myself. But anyways, it's a confidence booster. It basically brings balance to your body. And again, you guys are going to be like, this girl's nuts. No, okay? And then every nurse and doctor that came into my room was amazing. I mean, they're like, whoa, it smells like spa in here. It's amazing. So I just got done with a pregnancy class last night, and she said a lot of the same things I did. So she used a lot of better stuff in her pregnancy. She had a natural pregnancy. So if this is something that you guys are wanting, or even just to get through that C-section or that birth, you need a lot of help. Oils are there to help you. I am going to do a lot of things differently if we have any more kiddos. And I'm so happy that oils are on my side, and that I know so much more now. I really could have not gotten through that. And then nursing. Okay, let's talk a little bit about nursing. There's a lot of things. So fennel's a good one, right? You take that as a supplement, or they suggest that. It comes in an oil. That's great. It also is good to start labor, I learned. So if you're like 40 weeks pregnant and you want this guy out, there's some oils that will help with that. That's a good one. Also, I mentioned clary sage. I just learned about this last night. So I'm going beyond the starter kit, by the way. So clary sage is a really good one to get pregnant if you're trying to get pregnant. Okay, and then to induce labor. So you want that little person miracle out and you're done. Some of these oils can help with that. So research that a little bit more. So anyways, you can take some oils to help with milk supply. There are some that you don't want to, right? You probably want to stay away from peppermint because that's really good at decreasing your milk supply. Like if you're trying to stop, I never had that problem. I was always trying to increase but really good results with rubbing that on your chest. I'm getting all, sorry. Let's not rub your chest on video, Natalie. So anyways, rubbing peppermint, wintergreen, just stuff like that can decrease your milk supply and when you're trying to dry up. So us, you know what I'm talking about, mamas. So look into it. Again, be smart. Diffuse if you really want to start these slow. See what reaction you have. I never had one problem, and I use them a lot. I use them sparingly. I do because a couple drops goes a long way with me and my family. So yeah, let's see. What else did I learn? So I talked about that. And there's a couple baby cautions, okay? Baby skin is so sensitive. So you dilute and you use 1 drop, okay? There are some that are on the caution list. Some of the eucalyptus, some of the wintergreen, tansy, sage, clary sage, some I can't pronounce. Okay, some are on the caution list. That is like, right, 5 or 6 that are on the caution list or use sparingly list. And there's hundreds that you can use, okay? Get the baby line, okay? It's already diluted for you. It's made for your child. If you really just don't trust yourself in these blends that you're learning about, do that. There's a lot of great things that I have yet to even branch out in, and I'm excited to share my journey, okay? I have a lot of stuff coming to me in this monthly order, and I'm going to share it. I'm going to put it on my page. So friend me. I think you can see my page anyways because I'm kind of an open book like that. I feel like Facebook is an open book anyways, so why not? So I'm going to continue to share kind of how I'm using the oils and what I find. One last thing. So when you do sign up for your starter kit, it's going to ask you about essential rewards. So I got a little mixed up when I signed up with mine. I don't know what essential rewards was. I just want my oils. So all that is your monthly order. And if you order the starter kit, you're going to make a monthly order, whether it's 1 oil or it's like, 5 like I did this time. Anyways, you're going to want more products. You just are. So essential rewards is how you order every month. And all that means, there is no obligation with that. You can order every month. You cannot. You can order as much as you want, as little as you want. So all it means is it starts adding up some points. So it's like, when you go to Target, when you go to Ralph's or Vons and you use your little I got, savings card, that's kind of what Essential Rewards is. So depending on how much you order, you will get oils free. Yeah, free, guys. They give you free stuff for ordering from them. I got lots of free stuff this month, and I'm so excited. And I'm going to share that with you in my ER unveiling. Okay, and then you earn points. So I have I just put in about 50 of my points, and I got some free stuff from that. So points are basically dollars. So you get like 50 PV. So that's basically $50, maybe a little bit less. Okay, so that's how you order your monthly orders, okay? So I highly encourage you to sign up for Essential Rewards. It's the only way I order my monthly oils. It's the smartest way. Again, no catches. There really isn't. Ask me questions if you have any questions about that. And I'm so excited. I'm going to end the video because this is my longest one yet. I should have just promised that videos would get longer and longer as we go. So thank you for watching. Happy Friday. Continue your journey. Go get Kim in your team. Go get her in your life. She's amazing. She's so motivational. I'm excited to see her start her oily journey. And I'm excited to see you. It's going to change your life, guys. Have me in your circle. I can help. If you don't want me, I'll go away. But I have a lot of knowledge to give you. I have a lot of people to push you towards to get your house chemical free and to be in this world for longer and longer. We don't need chronic illness. We don't need diseases in our life. This is the way to get them out. Okay? It was great to be with you this week. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope so much to stay in touch and be with you for a long, long time. All right, guys. Bye.